I want to take a few moments to kind of walk people through how they might use something like this in an actual meeting setting. So I'm going to start selfishly with mine because it's here. So if I'm going into a meeting with a potential stakeholder or a prospective client, we've been able to connect on email or on LinkedIn. We know that there's some mutual interest, but we haven't talked about the specific areas of how I might be able to help as a resource. So what I will do after introductions is, and they've kind of given me the okay to want to hear more about Growth Owl or about me personally, I say, you know what, I like to highlight offerings via my flywheel. And the reason I like to do this, John, Jane, whomever I'm talking to, is I want to make sure that our time today is resonating the most with you. So if there's an area here that you think you want to hone in on that's of real interest to you, we're going to spend our time talking about that. Where if you think there's a couple things, we can spend our time on a couple things. Or if you're just looking at this, you're just not even sure where to begin, I can definitely kind of take the reins and get you started. But what's nice about having the flywheel option is exactly what Jess said. Instead of looking at a list of bullet points about who you are and what you do, that decision maker can look at this graphic and they tend to hone in on things without me even prompting them. I've seen this in meetings with my clients. I've seen this in meetings that if I'm in a meeting that my client is in with a potential sponsor and I'm there, I see it happen. And I usually get that same feedback when I'm presenting this concept to my clients to utilize. So if I'm in a meeting with a decision maker about Growth Owl, about my company, a lot of times they'll hone in right on, oh, wow, I see that you do training. Can you tell me more about the training? So instead of me going through a deck of 7 points about what Growth Owl does, I know right away, based on the feedback that I got from them looking at that flywheel, they want to talk about training. Perfect. It's a great navigator for your meeting. And what does that do? Going back to power of brevity, it helps to focus the time and respect the time of your decision maker.